What's up, guys?
This is what we look like.
Yes.
Yeah. This is me. That's all you need to know.
It's the first episode
of the official
Mr. Joystick podcast.
Finally.
We're here.
I can't clap.
It's in the workings for a while.
Okay, so let's do Grape Bait first.
Grape Bait first?
Yeah.
Nah,
We've been doing the worst ones first.
Yeah, we have.
How dare you? How dare you?
Seating wise. Yo, what up? This is Team Joystick.
Howdy.
It's Dylan. I'm Bobby.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing the Joystick Show.
We got Jerry off screen. I want to say that.
Yo.
Yeah.
Just yelling it out. Damn, it's been a while. Holy shit. It's been 3 years.
Has it?
I thought it's been a week.
Yeah.
It's been 3 years since the last time we filmed.
Guys, this is the worst start. This is supposed to be a monumentous occasion, and we're already on our fuck shit, bro. 3 years. Let's put that into perspective, right? About, Jerry, what's 52 times 3?
52 times 3, that's like at least 156.
Mm-hmm.
156-ish weeks ago, towards the tail end of the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, that was when podcasts were on the rise. We were watching lots of clips from the Joe Rogan show, right? Your Mom's House. Theo Von was doing his thing. Podcasts were blowing the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, being stuck indoors as long as we were, I know at least Dylan and I were feeling creatively bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
We were itching to make some content. The Joystick channel was looking dry. And I shot him a DM one day and I said, Dylan, let's do a podcast. You and me will man it. We'll come every week. We'll make it. Whenever Joey and Jerry can come on, they'll come and join, and we'll keep it going. So we'll call it the Joystick Show. Dylan said, I'm down. I remember Dylan walked down those stairs not expecting to see this table with these 2 boom arm microphones in front of us.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
And I'll tell you right then and there that I would have never expected to be here 156-ish weeks later.
Correct.
That's wild.
Fucking
Yeah.
insane.
That's
But
wild.
I'm proud of us, honestly speaking.
I mean, because this was all out of out of boredom.
Yeah.
And normally when people do stuff out of boredom, they're like, yeah,
This was all out of love. Okay?
yeah,
But no, boredom and love.
yeah, and friendship.
Nah, yeah, it's crazy to be here. Before we get any further into celebrating our 3-year anniversary of the Joystick Show, go ahead and drop a like because we deserve it this time. Okay, this one's for us.
This is special.
This isn't a choice. If you're watching this and you don't like it, I'll find you and I will gut you.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to Team Joystick because we have now proven that we can make content for 3 years straight. Go fuck yourself. Consistency, bitches. All right. I'm not gonna say I have a lot of stuff here with me today, but I do have one thing that I know will take a percentage of time.
Okay.
And it's honestly just real simple. It's just a look down memory lane. I've prepped a little montage, if you will.
Yeah.
15-ish minutes. Put it on the screen. And thankfully, we can react to it because it's shit we own. It's not copyrighted. It's us.
Yeah.
It's ours. Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of that, I had to dig through multiple hard drives to find... I'm talking classic stuff. I'm talking like the first 10 episodes of Joystick.
I want stuff to be like, wow, like not only that I forgot, like questioning reality.
No,
type
honestly
vibes.
speaking,
Yeah.
when you see this, it's gonna be crazy. Not only to like think about the stuff we've done on the Joystick Show and the stuff we've talked about, but also how far we fucking come. So it's pretty interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite part of going back, just seeing like how everything visually has changed.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow.
And that's an important note because the visual change is the easiest one. You see it as it
Right.
jumps, and you're like, damn, this show got much better, visually speaking.
Yeah, word.
But you can also tell in just like how we talk with each other and riff off, our confidence with jokes and stuff like that, it goes up exponentially throughout the years. So without further ado, do you guys want to take a look back?
I'm hyped, but
At
I'm also
3 years.
scared to hear how different our voices sound.
Yeah, can I? I mean, we weren't like 14, but can I pretend that I am on a Disney like slow ride, like a water ride, and we're like, go, like it's a small world.
And you stop.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
it's the
yeah.
first one.
Yeah.
And it lights up. And instead of watching the video, it's small animatronic. You and me talking to each other on the table with the audio playing. I like
There's
it.
there's a like a small animatronic Jerry like vomiting slightly into a cup. I'm stuttering. Joey's hitting like a bug or something. You know.
Dylan got one of them.
Yeah.
Did I add that? I hope I added it. We'll see. Also, if there's any mistakes in this, get off my back. I edited this really fast.
Wait, what do you mean mistakes?
Like,
If history
Guys.
isn't wrong, history is wrong.
we don't make
Everyone comment below what your favorite mistake Bobby has made.
Your favorite history mistake.
Oh my god.
He shows next episode by mistake.
Oh shit.
Fuck, man.
No, yeah, Dylan's completely right. We've made tons of fucking mistakes. It's
Yeah.
crazy. All right, let's get right into it. What is
Episode
that thing
1.
where I have to say there's not enough space to say this? Oh, shut the fuck up, iCloud. All right, guys, enjoy.
It's like he gets mad into it.
Yo, what up? This is Team Joystick.
Howdy.
It looks mad
Dylan,
bright.
Bobby.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing the Joystick Show.
The walls.
We got Jerry off screen. I want to say that.
Jerry's on the
Real
couch.
quick.
So glad we first not to cut you off like I always do on every episode, but so glad we stopped the whole guy off screen.
No, yeah,
If they have a microphone, cool, but like
Also, real quick, I wanted to stop, and for the record, I can stop at any point if you guys want to say shit. But fucking, I totally forgot Jerry was there for the first episode. I totally forgot.
Jerry and Jose were there.
Yeah, later on in the episode, Jose's in it, but Jose's on the couch behind me, so he's like very obviously in it. Totally forgot Jerry's like sitting right over there, because this was like the test episode. But fucking insane, yelling it out.
Oh yeah.
What are we doing, Dill?
Oh yeah. I've been watching Zoe on a week.
There. It's still there.
Pretty good. You just move it. I bought the Nicktoons trial.
It's like, oh yeah, that was my favorite thing. Dylan, what do you think our first conversation was about on the Joystick Show? If you had to take
Was
a
it
guess.
this?
It was this.
Yeah.
Just yelling it out.
Oh yeah.
What are we doing, Dill?
Oh yeah. I've been watching Zoe 101 a week.
That's how we started the Joystick.
Zoe
I bought the
101.
Nicktoons
Look.
trial.
It's like we haven't put out a video in months, and the first thing we start off with is like, so I've been
Yeah, I mean
binge
it's
watching Zoe 101.
like that's all. That's the thing with society is that everyone's just been
been watching Zoe 101.
yeah or
Yeah. Also, damn, that was back when we were using the webcams, and any shift in light would change like the
whole-
sensor on it, so it would look so ugly. Oh, my
God.
god.
That's crazy. No, I don't want to. I still want to play this, but now there's Zoe 102.
No, yeah, I was thinking about that too. It was
There's
like
Zoe 102 now.
3 years
Level
later,
up.
and no less than a week ago, the fucking movie sequel to that shit comes out.
Is Past Dylan ready for this?
No,
You
he's
ready
not.
to
I
watch
think we gotta
Zoe
start
102?
I don't even
binging.
think. I don't think regular. I think the point I was just making in that clip was that
bored.
I was bored. That's why we're doing the fucking show. I've been in my house since March.
You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. All right, let's move it on to episode
go.
5. This one was kind of special for me because episode 5 was the introduction of our very first segment on the Joystick Show. We did State Your Case.
Love that.
Yo.
I don't think this one is the funniest
Yeah.
necessarily, but it kills me every time I fucking read it.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
City mourns the brief life of urban cornstalk. Parenthetical. The lone stalk of corn was growing up through a crack in the concrete before someone ripped it out of the street.
I just imagine that town is. They think it's like a message from God. They think it's like some crazy thing. Finally, like someone was starving.
Apparently I was reading more into it. They were using it as a beacon of hope during the pandemic.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. And this motherfucker, this guy, he's not even wearing a mask probably, comes here and just rips out my stalk of corn.
So there was a corn just growing out of the concrete.
Yeah, and somebody just ripped it out when, it was supposed to be this beacon
Like a
of
mon.
hope.
Yeah, like it could have
Yeah.
been
Corn, man.
Fucking man.
free corn, bro.
Yeah.
My favorite part about that, I didn't have enough time to put it there at the end, but eventually when Dylan does answer the question, I did throw up an edit of the corn stalk. And if I have it, I'll throw it up here too. It's pathetic. It's like it's a sidewalk, and then in the middle of 2 pieces of concrete, it's just like one little fucking corn stalk growing out of the ground.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Look, it's nature's healing itself."
And like and
Nature's healing itself, but it's
I didn't
ugly
think-
shrub.
I didn't think about that at the time. I agree, because it's like the amount of times I've seen a fucking bush, I've been like, look at that
Right?
leaf, look at that leaf,
Right.
grab
I've
it.
even pulled a couple of them
Yeah,
out
yeah,
myself.
yeah.
They weren't corn stalks, but
Right.
you know, they don't grow here in New York. But it's just weeds in general, you know. Episode 9, you know, honestly speaking, as I'm beginning to see the episode titles, I'm starting to forget the reasons why.
I kind of like that. I like that. No.
I remember what episode 9 is. Episode
Okay.
9 was a very interactive one.
Okay.
I think I fucked up.
There's no such thing. You turned it into
This was
something.
this early.
That's right.
Yeah,
It was
Bob
early.
Ross.
Look, the lights did that thing you
Yeah,
said.
I think. With his no finger having ass.
Damn, bro. Bro, too soon, bro. You
Too
can't.
soon.
You can't make
Oh,
fun of a.
sorry.
You can't make fun of a guy that died before we were born.
That died 25 years ago. It was in the Air
This
Force.
painting, 20
Yeah.
years.
Why do I know so much about Bob Ross?
Bro,
Why do you know
maybe
so
it's just
much
like a
about
thing
Bob
about
Ross?
sharing names.
Because I Bob, I know why.
Why?
Every once in a while,
Mm-hmm.
you're watching the Joy of Painting, but you can't fall asleep yet. So you grab your phone,
Yeah.
you go on the Wikipedia for Bob Ross,
Yeah.
and you went, I've been here before.
You're absolutely not wrong.
He has a son? Oh, his son is old as fuck, too. His son
Why
looks
am I
like him. His
going
son
in
did
the
an
yard?
episode. Let's watch that episode.
Joey's so into it.
Word. I didn't know what to make.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I first of all, just important to note that that episode, the joystick of painting.
hmm
By the way, I gotta say, I fucking came up with some great titles over the years. If you go through these, you don't have to watch all 452 episodes, but read the fucking title.
The most underappreciated thing, just not even you
Word.
making the fucking podcast. or
Honestly,
everything.
I'll take it because
The
it takes
most
a good
underappreciated
10 minutes of looking at everything we talked about. Like,
The fuck is
there it is.
That's what it's gonna be called.
So shout outs to that episode. That was actually one of our more well-received episodes when we started making the Joystick Show. And besides a couple other things that we've done, it's actually one of the more heavily requested things I've gotten to do again on the show.
Nice.
So I think it's pretty safe to say that heading into year 4, you can definitely catch us painting again.
Cool.
And we gotta bring
That's
Jerry
fun.
on for that, you know?
Yeah,
Nice.
Jerry, I want to see
Jerry's the
Jerry
only
make.
fucking paid artist on the channel. I
Yeah,
can't
we
wait
didn't
to
have Jerry.
maybe,
on.
maybe we all
Jerry.
paint apples. I think that's a good idea.
Jerry has to paint something else.
Jerry has to paint bananas.
He gets abstracted with it and draws a fucking pear.
Mhm.
Also, shout outs to me losing my glasses. My vision is better now.
Fucking yeah. So there's a big reason why I added this next clip here.
Okay.
This is early. This is episode 11.
hmm
And keep in mind we've done over 100 of these. I can safely say this is my favorite clip in
Okay.
the entirety of the Joystick Show.
Wow.
It is by far one of the funniest things to me on the planet. And if I let the entirety of the clip run, it would have been on its own a 9-minute chunk.
Okay.
So much so that I've thought about just taking this segment and uploading it as its own video on Joystick. You know,
Okay.
like a highlights thing.
No,
Mhm.
yeah.
But Dylan, you're a fucking legend, dude.
His son did an episode. Let's watch that episode. So my friend is like, "Hey, did you ever hear the story of Armin Maivas?" And I went, "No." Please tell me.
Elaborate, yeah.
So he told me that there was this man who lived in Germany by the name of Armin Maivas, his like big dream was he wanted to eat another human.
Yeah.
So he went online.
face too. You're just like,
Much like how I went online through the power of the internet to make these meme pages, he used the power of the internet to find someone to voluntarily eat.
Yeah.
So he finds this person, they meet up for the first time, right? And he signs a paperwork that says, "Hey, I'm not really happy in life. I want to die. I will let this man kill me."
Real quick, Dylan, is that what it said on the paperwork? It
Hey.
said,
Can I just say, as this is going on, that this is a very popular thing in like a lot of like creepypasta YouTubers and stuff. They like cover like old stories. About 4 or 5 horror YouTubers have covered Armin Maivas. Completely different take. They take like it's a horrible thing.
Yeah.
They're showing because they met. It was a dating website. It was a cannibal dating website, like a forum. That's what I'm talking about here. That's what then they originally started dating or meeting, and it was like the guy
or eating.
he really was okay with getting eaten.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that when I tell people that, I'm like, you have to understand, this guy
Like-
was willing.
Yeah, this guy was willing. I don't think. Yes, he knew, but like I don't think he knew.
He didn't know. No.
Hey, and he
Insane.
totally holds up in the court of
Yeah.
law. Yeah,
Yeah.
he thought this was a first date, but I mean, just killed him right here.
Yeah.
Like he killed him right there. Which, by the way, you thought you had a bad first date.
Yeah, right.
This guy literally got killed,
Got and eaten.
chopped up, left in his fridge, ate him over the course of several
yeah.
months.
And if I'm being completely honest, the story, as dark as it seems, is a lot darker than what Dylan is paraphrasing.
Oh,
right?
it's like,
it's fucking crazy.
I was like, why is there a 14-year-old telling me this story?
Yeah.
Right? It's very sickening.
That's a very
He was
interesting.
found. I believe he was found. I don't know if this is urban legend or not. That his dog had one of the human bones in his mouth, and the cops saw that it was like a human bone, and they're like, "Why the fuck does a dog have a bone?" And they followed it back.
Okay.
Open the.
I'm just imagining like it's a skull. Like
or count that guy.
Hey.
Humans.
But wait, probably a femur.
He goes
but
with
the paperwork.
It's all good.
It's good. Look,
He signed it away.
He wanted me to eat him for the next 3 months.
He signed on the dotted line.
Yeah. And as like a 15 or 16-year-old boy, I was like, this is hysterical. Let's make this a meme page.
Yeah.
Put it up.
So Dylan ran a meme page on Facebook called
Armin My Voss. And this is where the story ends.
and this is where the story is amazing.
Yeah, it ended for a very long time.
This is the best.
When did this happen? This ending part?
Very recent, like a year or two ago.
Which is what makes this story so great. Because Dylan made this account when when we met practically.
So it was somewhere between the years of It was when Facebook had like groups, but they didn't have like pages yet.
So let's say it's like 6-7 years old, right? Something like
More.
that.
Let's just say
Wow.
this is like.
Damn, this shit is over 11.
I
years
ran
old.
the page from like 2011. Maybe. Yeah, this is at
Mm,
least
like
2010,
2012.
2011. Yeah.
We were freshmen in high school.
So I
Yeah.
had to change my password for Facebook. It was like, oh, your account got hacked or something along those lines, or you have to change your password. So I made my password long or whatever, and it was like, or something like that, and then I forgot it. So then
I like how Dylan didn't have to add any of this password shit either.
Well, he was like, and then my password.
no, but because it was like a spur of the moment thing. Like it was like I didn't expect to find it here, and I found it. I think that's what I was
Yeah.
trying to get at. I was like, I didn't know.
No, I get you. I get you.
Yeah. Which I also don't have the password for.
Yeah.
So I had to like guess a bunch of times. I finally get into the password where they sent me an email.
I'm scared.
And then I start going through all of my emails.
You've heard the story.
Because
Right?
I'm like,
I don't
this is
recall.
crazy. I'm seeing all of these old messages. It's about 50,000 emails.
Yeah.
And I start looking, and there's a transcription for like every single mention of the Armin My Voss page.
Yeah.
Because it was called Armin My Voss. I don't think I told you this, but I sent letters
No, you told me this.
to the prison
Yep.
because at some point I was like, all these people are writing me like heartfelt stuff.
Yeah.
Let me see.
People thought you were Armin My Voss.
Yeah, so let me see if I could do something with this. So I'm looking on the people who like the page or follow the page, and I see one guy who lives in Germany, and I message him. I translate a message, right? And he writes back, "Hello, how are you?" Because people in Europe speak fucking English. And I'm like, "Hey, would you be able to like mail these like letters, or like if you could like print these out and mail them?" He's like, "Of course, I would love to." Right? Something about loving Armin My Voss.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's crazy that worked. So he printed out the letters, or he just like printed out what I sent him, folded it up. He actually drove to like the precinct or the prison and somehow got it to there.
Yeah.
Fast forward, I'm checking my email. I see an email from the prison, all in German lettering, of the prison that Armin My Voss is staying.
Uh-huh.
And I don't even know if I have the email. I wish I took a photo of it. But essentially, it's like, "Hello, Dylan. Thank you for sending these letters. I would like to inform you that Armin has seen them, and he's very appreciative of the love."
That is fucking insane.
That's
man.
insane,
And my favorite
Dylan.
part, and my favorite part of it is that at the end, it just says like, Armin would be allowed to respond if he was allowed to use the internet, which he most certainly is not.
Bro, Dylan was pen pals with a fucking cannibalistic famous killer.
And even then, I showed Bobby a thing last week. People are still sending me stuff.
Yeah.
Like every like 2 or 3
Because
weeks.
they think it's like a praising page.
It's a bunch of people. So one woman who's like actually like in love with him. There's one guy who's like a 13-year-old kid who's trying to troll. It's like a mix. A lot of people just trying to like joke around and stuff. But like,
Yeah.
one was like a drunk dude. It looked like, I don't know. But
Dylan's
yeah.
a bit of an Armenian expert at
Yeah.
this point. He can kind of tell.
And it's just so, and like I said, it's so funny to hear like other like people on like YouTube tell this story because there was like this tone of like despair and filth.
Yeah, but
I tell it, and I'm like,
I made pen
this
pals
is
with
my
the guy.
It is weird though, because you have that like not connection. That's a big take, but you have that like weird fucking relation.
I
to
got
it.
in there. Yeah. At least have a relation with the prison, I
That
guess.
has to be on your Wikipedia page someday.
Yeah,
man.
that was
has to
like-
be on your Wikipedia
It's
page.
I don't remember hearing this story at all.
Oh
but
yeah.
holy shit, Dylan.
There's a reason why this man can't use the internet.
Because the last time you fucking used it, he found my man. He used the internet.
Oh.
My man
Man,
He
that is a
really did
fucking
use
great
it.
story.
And my favorite part of this story is I've only told it a few times, but every time I tell it, people are like, "Oh, that's kind of heartfelt," and I'm like, "Yeah, the
cannibalistic
the
killer,
erotic
yeah.
murderer cannibal, yeah." Feel so bad for him.
But in a weird way, it is
Yeah,
it's
it's
kind
giving him letters of encouragement.
He's been in prison all this fucking time, and everybody like, and nobody who watched this
Can-
podcast knows who this fucking guy is up until now. You know?
Can we pull up his Wikipedia?
His Wikipedia, Armin? It
I-
gets real dark.
All right,
So the first question will be,
Oh,
we're ready.
how many
Post
different
haircut? I like
Pokemon
it.
are
it's
there?
your fault.
Wait, what did I do?
Fuck! Why did I buzz in? Like,
Oh yeah.
let the records know I still want retribution for this.
I mean, you won.
and I will.
You
Wait,
won.
what happened?
So
Shit!
This was the trivia tournament. I didn't know this. I had to look it up.
Yo, because 151 jumped to the back of my head, and I was like, fuck, it's not 1999 anymore, wherever the fuck that game came out.
oh shit.
I'm going to say
Do
878.
we want to do like 2 guesses and then whoever's closer, like that kind of thing?
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to go with 878.
878. All right.
Listen to
Yeah. Pay
Dylan's
attention.
number.
I'm gonna go.
Close.
Dylan's going to go
I mean, it's-
879.
I'm gonna go 924.
924
924.
and 878. I have to do a little bit
Oh,
of
this is
math.
before the one
Actual
that's out.
retail
Oh,
value.
Yes.
You're that
Doing this for
close.
3
Oh
years.
shit.
Yeah.
I think Dylan wins.
Damn, how much was
He
it?
thinks.
The answer is 898.
That was close.
Oh, that's
That's
really
super
close.
close.
That's,
Do the math!
That's
Do
really.
the math!
That's like 2 away. Yeah.
I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
What was it?
You're legit doing the math. You're like, I'm getting this
He
right.
said 904 though, so.
I was off by 20.
Bobby went back. I'm gonna go 924.
Oh,
What did Jerry say?
898.
898.
He said 904 though, so.
I was off by 20.
this is so tough.
He was off by 6. Yeah,
Yeah,
good shit,
man.
Dill. All right,
That's a lot of
go.
that's a lot of fake creatures.
that's 10 points for Dill right off the
Nice.
bat. All right, Dill gets control. Where are we going? Listen.
Thank you, Jerry. I threw yeah. There's a whole nother like sketch where it's like I'm paying Jerry under the table. Like, you gotta let me have
The
this one,
trivia
please.
tournament sequel has also been heavily requested.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
it can be
Everyone requests
it can
that.
be safely said that it will return. This is something that Dylan and I have actually been talking about recently too.
Mhm.
Not only that, there's like content we know that we want to build around that to make it funny too. So there's definitely potential there. I just don't fuck me over this time. Okay, that's all I ask.
We actually get like I don't know who's Alfonso Ribeiro. Like who can we get to like host the? It's just us.
Probably like the chain reaction guy.
Corey?
We could probably get him for like 8,000 a day or something.
Oh, okay,
like
it's
that.
not that bad. I could do
Fucking,
that.
I actually had somebody. It was years ago after we made the first one. Reach out to me who offered to host.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So the second trivia tournament. Hit him up, see if he wants to still do it. But
Okay, I like that.
he's a scientist, so
Mm.
there you go. I don't know what. Let me see. 39.
Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out.
39 is special to me.
I don't mean to brag, but I have experience with pizza. I made a pizza bagel earlier today.
Pizza's not for breakfast. Calzone or whatever.
All right, ladies
was
and
for
gentlemen, we got
lunch.
Chef Rob over here. Real quick, does anybody notice anything about episode 39 in particular? There's a reason besides the pizza why it's like
There's a light off.
near and dear to my heart. It's not the light.
Oh.
Is it
That
the
was pre-light.
so, the foams?
No, the phone.
No, but I'm saying, look, like one light's on, one light's off. That's what I meant. It's not the lighting.
Look at the camera. That was our first DSLR episode. That was when we ditched the webcams and we said, no more with this shit. We're going to look decent. And you can tell because in typical joystick fashion, whenever I'm on camera, I'm out of focus. But we've taught Dylan how to deal with
Just
that.
as a consultant,
So it's good.
What are we looking at here? Like this is
Yeah.
His face, bro. His face.
this is my calzone, you know.
That shit was difficult.
So how do I benefit?
What does it look like?
What do I do? Do I put more sauce?
Not gonna lie. That does look pretty gnarly. That was not my best attempt.
You gotta stretch it out a little bit more.
I tried. That's as much as it went.
Like everyone has like a
It
full
does.
square, and it's like.
Move the cheese. Ooh, this is nice.
This is not.
All right, what does Chef Rob do with this?
That's a calzone.
I would throw it in the garbage.
Okay, what does Chef Rob do if he's cooking this and he's got to turn this into something edible?
I will try to stretch this out.
That's my dad teach me how to stretch it out.
Out like that.
Uh-huh.
Keep stretching it out and put the stuff in the middle, and then when you fold it over, you
Yeah.
gotta take this, bring it around and
Crimp it.
Yeah.
Did it taste good?
I
I
remember.
don't think I ate it.
I remember it came out like not horrible.
It
like,
came out like a calzone, like you
that.
said.
It looked not terrible.
Bobby, they put it in.
Oh my god, I'm
My dad
dying.
says it.
My slippers around here, Bob?
So I mean, we've got.
He like walks to get out.
Ooh, why does
112.
112 have a color?
Yeah, that was a big jump, by the way. We just jumped from episode 39 to episode 100.
Nothing good happened.
Nothing.
We covered that in the year 1 episode. We covered that.
Nothing.
We covered that episode 52. We did that
No,
shit.
if I'm being honest, between those episodes, there's obviously we did a lot of shit in between them, but like I just feel like around here was when we kind of fell in love with doing the podcast, and then from here it was like a steady just increase of us like putting more effort into shit and things being funnier and stuff like that. Big change too in this one is this is finally when we decided to paint the basement, and I just wanted to bring it out because back in the day when we were shooting on the old episodes, if you notice, the background of the old basement, how it's like beige on top and dark brown, used to match everybody's skin tone on the fucking table. So whenever I went to color correct our like faces on the show, these walls would just change colors. So that's literally the reason we're sitting in a blue basement now.
That's crazy.
But it was very, very necessary.
Bro, our skin color.
Anyway, let's bring it on over to 112.
Oh, I
So I
got
mean,
my
we've got a
afro.
lot of fun stuff planned for ye old holiday special, but I kind of want to
Reggie Watts
swing it to
episode.
Joey because Joey, our resident CHO, the Chief Halloween Officer of Team
he is,
Joystick.
honestly.
Not only did Joey come up with something fun for this podcast,
Jerry
big
looks
shout out to
weird. Jerry Hendricks, bro. Honestly.
in general. So thank you, Joey.
Oh, thank
Shout out to our resident CHO.
Thank you.
What you got for us,
Alright,
Wayne's
I
World?
gotta take this off. So sorry if I'm ugly. Ready?
How great would it be if,
Remove
unbeknownst
mask.
to us, Joey had a second mask under that mask?
It looks so funny with the
Well,
hair.
Also,
without
are
the
those
mask.
your bangs or the wig's bangs?
I'm not telling.
I can't
It's
tell.
my secret.
I can't tell if this is a look or not.
It does. Joey's been flipping his hair, and I'm like, ooh,
Right?
it fits.
If Joey was still clean shaven from the Ash fucking cosplay, this would be like, oh my god, he'd be a fucking ladies man.
There'd be some flirting going on in the Joystick. That
Oh,
doesn't look
God.
like Joey. That's the craziest
That's
thing. I keep
weird.
looking,
It's
and I'm
weird,
like, that's
right?
not Joseph Ortega.
so strange.
It looks like a super like movie stoner.
The wig
Yeah.
was so perfect too. There was like no seams with the hat. It was like, what the fuck is this? My friend has a mullet now. Like, Such a jam, though. Episode 131. Is this what I think it was? I have to hear by the audio quality. We'll get to that in a little bit. We still got like another.
Oh my
We still
god.
got some time in this dry tub to talk
Holy
about.
Empty jacuzzi.
Empty jacuzzi.
Yeah, my hot tub was good.
Oh
Mine
yeah,
worked.
okay, let me clarify.
Explain the
this, 'cause I don't
jacuzzi
think we
shit.
ever explained this fully, right? Because we just kind of made the episode.
Yeah.
I first of all, I never saw anybody else's jacuzzi. Like I never.
Yeah.
Everybody had one on their balcony, but everybody told me that they were cool and they were sick. I never even used mine. It's kind of sad that the first time I used it is with fucking Dylan to make a show.
Yeah.
But I filled the jacuzzi up. I put the plunger down. I let it go. We get into it, and the fucking jacuzzi just starts slowly draining while we're in it. So I think there was something wrong with the plunger because it's clearly down, but the water just drained all the way out. And like 15 minutes into our podcast, Dylan and I are just in a very uncomfortable, empty hot tub
My back hurt
that we
so
did
much.
not fit in, obviously. But man, what an experience!
I'm actually pretty uncomfortable right now.
Yeah.
pain, Dylan. Okay, we're
Yeah.
almost done. We can get up and then go be sociable again. Oh God, don't get me wrong. I love doing the podcast, but like when I was telling people we were doing this, I was like, I'm just gonna get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Also, just like a personal thing, I remember editing this podcast, and I remember looking at myself and being like, I'm working out the second I get home. So it's kind of crazy because like in the podcast, I've seen just like I think it's more prevalent in my arms, but like I've seen them blow up over the past 5 months. But this was the episode that I was like, you got to do something
Do
about
something?
this, Rob. Yeah.
It's honestly like one of the most relaxing vacations I've ever been on.
Yeah, right.
And the fact, like, this is fine.
Yeah.
I don't care, but we're just chilling in an empty hot tub. But
I mean,
like,
for what it's worth, from my end, this was amazing. Like, no
Yeah.
lights to set up, no mics on the table, no fucking Joey and Jerry to deal with. Like, it's just 3 tripods. Like, I took a picture from this angle. That's what it looks like. This is what we're looking at right now. It's bare
Yeah.
bones. It's amazing. I love it.
I like it quite
Also,
a bit.
shout out to Joey and Jerry. Here's what they're up to.
Yeah, not. Honestly, you should just throw in like a whole minute of shit they're doing. Joey fucking teaching a bunch of fucking 4-year-old
Jerry just
children.
coding his ass off. Oh, man.
Also, a lighter known fact, we did mention it in the podcast, but Dylan can attest, I was hammer drunk about 45 minutes before we filmed that episode. I don't remember that. Oh, that was the day that Jesus told us about the banana mamas.
Yeah.
And I had like two banana mama drinks
Yeah.
and a whiskey sour in about an hour and a half.
Wait. The Jesus?
The Jesus.
Yeah,
this
Christ.
one right there. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I don't know if people know, but Jesus Christ actually does live in Punta Cana.
And he hangs out with us
Yeah.
whenever we go out there. Nah, my uncle Jesus, Jesus, I don't care. Fucking, yeah, he introduced us to these, they're essentially frozen alcoholic banana strawberry smoothies.
I found it.
Oh, did you?
I was the first one to order it. I had a list of about 20 cocktails. Banana Mama was like 7th or 8th.
Got you.
And
that was
eventually
the
we
cocktail we
found it, you know.
But fucking, I had about 3 mixed drinks in the span of an hour and a half, and then we had to make the podcast. I napped for 15 minutes and was able to get it. But even like on the walk to my hotel room, I even remember being like to Dylan, like, "All right, broski, I'll see you over there, man." Like I remember, like the subconscious in my brain was like, "How are you gonna do any of this? Like, how are you
This
gonna
is gonna
set
be
this
hard.
up?" Yeah. I just got to my room and I was like, reset.
I like in that episode you say that you were wondering if the hotel people thought you were gonna like make a porn.
Oh yeah, I was like legitimately
They
thinking
1,000%
No,
thought they were
that would
making
be
it
so
for
much more realistic.
They were like, no, it's just me and my friend. We're
in
gonna
a hot
just
tub. No.
talk in a hot tub.
And the funny thing is like if you watch that episode and listen, we're filming that episode at like 2:30 p.m., which is like in resort hours, like where everybody's at the pool and shit. So it's dead. Nobody's there. It's just us and the housekeepers like walking around. So you just hear them knock on doors and like talk to each other in the background of that because
Nice.
we're the only people in our hotel rooms. But on a higher, much nicer, happier note, can you could do like an Irish accent a little bit, right?
Do it.
Can you just like say like get ready, but like in an Irish accent? Was sipping the
Get
bottle.
whipped, laddies.
Nice.
I don't know what the fuck
believe
you
it.
just said.
I said get Curly Welly, get whipped, laddies.
God, it even makes us die here.
I like how he grabbed the bottle. Can you grab the bottle like that again, Dylan? Just the fuck
Do it again.
Oh, here comes Bobby with the fucking segment, oh.
God,
Incredible.
you haven't.
I have it,
And then
yes.
to wrap it up,
alright.
something we did recently. What game show would Dylan be best on?
I don't know if I answered this correctly, but
Why did
I just gained
I'm gonna
15
throw-
pounds
I'm
and
gonna
Bobby
throw
got
shot in the
slightly
dark.
ripped. That's all I'm learning.
Yeah.
That's all I'm getting at.
No,
I know
word.
this fucking guy, bro. I know this fucking guy, bro.
He knew it.
Let's go.
Not even rigged.
So
Let's
that's a
go.
point for me.
That's a point for Bobby
And I'll go next.
for knowing his friends.
So Dylan,
Okay.
what game show would I do best at?
Okay, so I'm gonna. There's actually quite a few here because you are really talented at.
I
game
appreciate
shows.
it, thank
You're pretty good at all of those things, but I feel like you're really good at trivia. So I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here, and I'm just gonna say Jeopardy.
That's a pretty great guess. You know?
Jeopardy.
I remember there was
Hey,
just
it's
back and
with an
forth of,
exclamation
you're
point.
right.
I'm writing a sketch
right.
for Joystick that's loosely
You're
based on
right.
Jeopardy, and I had to make sure
You're
that we
not
weren't
right.
breaching copyright. They don't own Jeopardy. They own Jeopardy. Okay, it's a different thing. They don't own the word. They own the exclamated
Can we,
word.
I feel like we might have to. We'll either have to do Jeopardy or it's a Spanish or La Jeopardy.
La Jeopardy.
La
The other one.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
The next one.
Fucking 3 years, man.
That's wild. Those feel like just yesterday, to be
What
honest.
was I gonna say too? Fucking just to like talk about real quick. I added the St. Patrick's episode not just because fucking Dylan's accent kills me every time I listen to it, but that weirdly is our highest viewed episode. That was
It
that
is.
week. It just got
Yeah.
sent into the algorithm and everybody.
It got sent
watched
on
it.
like 3 different iPad documentaries or
Yeah.
something
Do you
like
think
that.
it was just because the thumbnail was just like mad green? On,
No,
like,
I mean YouTube is just weird like that.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's luck, keywords,
like not to
St.
yeah,
Patrick's.
not to jump too full into it, but like YouTube has this weird algorithm where if you make content enough, like in our case every week, something will get picked up and get thrown into it. But there's obvious ways to like beat it, you know, with the big flashy thumbnails and having short suggestive titles. Like that's how you grow. But you know, if we're just consistent with it, stuff like that will
it
happen.
was just kind of like, there.
I think we also just got lucky that the one episode that blew up happened to be like a special episode too, with a segment and a color change. That
Yeah,
was,
word.
we
That's
got lucky.
mad
on
lucky.
it. No, yeah. So
Mad lucky that
on St.
St.
Patrick's
Patrick's
Day.
fucking and then the other thing was just having that newlywed. Oh, I'm sorry, the co-host game. What the fuck is the newlywed game?
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Totally original. Fucking I that just like solidified how fucking like I just know too much about you, and it's kind of scary. It was even like,
I gotta switch things up a little bit.
it was even reminding me of like that one time when we were probably no more than 15 years old, and we both so happened to be alone watching the Game Show Network.
Yeah.
Like we were watching the Match Game.
It
from,
was
like,
a
1970 something.
It was a 1976 type fucking
Game show, yeah. I was on a vacation in South Carolina. I'm just texting Dylan, and I'm like, I'm just bored. What are you up to? And he's like, I'm watching the Game Show Network. And I'm like, I'm watching the Game Show Network in the hotel room, the Match Game. Yeah, it was like bizarre, but fucking, that's my boy, man.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to 3 years of doing this with me, you, and you know these guys, and fucking a lot more to go.
That's wild. I love you guys, man.
Looks like we're friends or something.
It's like
I,
we're friends.
I do not relate. You're just coworkers. Clear boundaries. No, I love you guys.
Yeah.
This is a really great opportunity. Not only do I get to do something that obviously scratches my creative itch and helps me get better at certain things, but I get to do it with y'all, and I get to be funny with y'all, which is the best part.
Yeah.
How about the fun facts? Y'all ready for the fun facts?
Hey, I didn't know there were fun facts.
I had fun facts. I was gonna do like a trivia segment,
Ah,
but it didn't really end up making the cut. I was just gonna throw out some interesting fun facts. Like, I believe the number was that I was able to pull off a different outfit every episode for 131 episodes of the Joystick Show. So
Nice.
that's nothing to scoff at, people. That was hard.
Try to
Okay?
break the record.
I think in turn it ended up helping us with getting the show started earlier because it removed that 5 to 10 minute process where I had to go through thumbnails and pick a different T-shirt or a different
Correct.
button down. But I'm thankful that's over.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking we got I would say how many candles we went through, but that doesn't seem to be a very consistent artifact of the show anymore. But we did go through 6 candles.
Nice.
which is
Nice.
kinda
6
nuts.
candles.
And then every episode of the Joystick Show takes roughly 6 to 8 hours of work. So shout outs to the over 1,000 hours of editing that I've put in to make this shit happen.
Fucking crazy.
That's just me for me. Okay, I don't need the clapping. I just fucking go me. But truth be told, I had a great time making this show happen, and I'm really excited to put in another fucking 1,000 hours of work into it. I'm ready for. And another thing too is like as you probably were able to tell with the clips I picked, you know, a lot of the stuff I chose was like those special episodes that we had where we made pizza or we fucking painted or did trivia tournaments and stuff. And I definitely want to get back to that. I even feel like we've been tiptoeing towards it too with all the segments lately and tier lists and shit. But it's just crazy to look back. I mean, fucking, we've done one thing I totally forgot we did. I forgot we did the sit down restaurant tier list. We did that like 2 months ago.
I remember that. Yeah,
totally forgot about.
I remember that. Yeah,
totally forgot about that. Don't even remember that. Right over my head. Totally forgot we ranked the Summer Olympic Games in like year 2.
I like that. That was funny.
And that shit was long because there's a lot of those fucking things. I would actually love to go back and find what we gave everything because we were.
Those are always controversial.
Every list is
controversial. Yeah, well, not only that, but it's like especially when it comes to a tier list that has more than like 15 things and a thing you're not an expert in. It's like who fuck? I don't like that. That's stupid.
What, like
put
the
in
50 states?
Yeah,
that's stupid. Put it there.
Like the 50 states of America.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be crazy if a group of YouTubers did something crazy like that?
Yeah.
Something wacky and
now we rank the 50 capitals.
Rank the podcast episodes.
Don't tempt me, man. But as a question to swing it to y'all, what's one of your favorite things that we've done on the podcast since? Don't think about it too hard now.
I'm gonna think about it really.
I really enjoy the holidays, and I feel bad saying it. I feel like those are the episodes I really like. Try to think of something to do. Like I'm like Halloween, I start really like go hard for that one.
Well, we made you the residential CHO. You know, you're the chief
true.
Halloween guy.
But I want to make sure I can contribute to like on any like random May or like January day, like day and month. I want to do more contribution and like that.
For sure. You know, we'll give you Black History Month too. I trust you. Don't fuck it up, man.
I got you.
Big shoes to fill.
Yeah, I love the holiday episodes too. I kind of want to. What's funny is I wanted to incorporate more holidays into the Joystick Show because we had always done. This year we did our 3rd Christmas and Halloween special, but like even in wanting to do it, I think it was y'all who just like told me like, "Yo, we should do something special for this because it's coming up," and I totally forgot. So this year we ended up having both a St. Patrick's Day special and a 4th of July special, which is pretty cool. So now we got 2 more holidays to add to the Joystick Show. Maybe Groundhog Day. I don't fucking know.
Arbor Day.
We do the episode and then we do the episode again.
You guys did like a gingerbread man episode, right? I mean, a house.
We did. Yeah, we built. You weren't there for that.
I was not there.
Yeah,
for
we
that
built
one.
a gingerbread house.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
I was
Jerry.
not there for that.
It was the most fun we've ever had.
That's what I'm saying. I love gingerbread, bro.
Jerry's like legit pissed he missed out. And Dylan fucking hated himself that day. Oh man,
we'll do it.
I totally forgot about the gingerbread
That's
house.
perfect. It was like crafts and food. You know.
Did we do one or did we do individual? I think
we all did an individual.
Yeah, they
one.
were like the little packs. Yeah, that's what it was.
We'll do it again.
Oh man, what else did we fucking do on this? I mean, we've done 2 away podcasts, one in DR, one in PR.
Yeah,
those are both cool.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I want to do one where it's like maybe we do like next time we go on a trip, I want to do like a half podcast, half like. Make it more of a chronicles than a podcast, where it's like there's bits, like it's like 10-minute, like it's like the chapter, and then the next chapter is us outside, and then the next one is us back doing this thing, and it cuts back and forth. I would want to do something like that,
like reality TV.
Yeah,
cuts you into the
like some clip show vibe shit.
Yeah,
we started talking about like a hike we went on, and we're like, now let's see some stuff from that, and then just like wipes to the side. It's shit on us on a fucking hike. Oh man. Nah, yeah, fucking what else, man?
I mean, I'm thinking of all the shit. Like, I really liked the one we did with your dad because it was like both a segment and a guest.
Yeah.
And I like that a lot. Also, like your dad went to like his like life story, and I was like hitting him with like really good questions. I was like, I feel like Barbara Walters right now. You know,
I would actually really like to bring Dad back on for a second episode once we start heavily producing the Chef's Son.
Yeah,
kind of like side promote that. But once and it's something we've been talking about on the podcast for a while, and I really hope to come to fruition in like the next month is the new set, right? Because it's gonna be. But aside from like an upgrade in how it looks and how it feels and all that shit, I just want a set that's accessible to us that we can freely move around in. Because you guys already know we've done this for fucking 3 years. It's hard to get around. I poor Jerry and traverse all these wires and lights to go sit in this chair. But I just want to make a more like accessible space, a more open space, and the most important thing to me is the fact that we get a round table so that you can see everybody's face from the master shot angle. It's not just the side of me and Dylan's heads, but. Once we do that, I want to start bringing in guests, and my dad is definitely one that I definitely want to
And
have.
you know,
on.
there's like thousands of people who have
Yeah, there's
always
a lot of
said,
people.
who, you know, the first thing you say when you're on a podcast is, "Hey, let me be on an episode,"
Yeah.
right? But for every one of those like 100 people, there's like a couple where I'm like, "Fuck yeah!"
No, yeah.
Not like this is anything special.
No
I
joke.
mean, we
Like,
put a
I
lot of
know,
work
like,
into
I
it, but
have
it's like
somebody who's on a podcast. We have a couple musician friends.
there's
that we
like
could
at
probably tap
least like
into.
7. If we wanted to make a podcast where we interviewed musicians, we could pull it off.
No, yeah.
Like, it's
I know a
stupid.
few tattoo friends aside from my girlfriend.
But that's like the vibe. Also, like, I want the vibe of Joystick to just be like, obviously we ask them stuff in their like profession or like their life story, but I also just want to be the same guys that are like,
So if there was an elephant,
yes,
Oh, yeah.
would
I would say the more famous the person is, quote unquote, the more out of the comfort zone we should put them a
Exactly.
little
Yes.
bit. Like it should be like you get weird.
So there's this episode of Family Guy, right?
Yeah.
So let's
I'm explain it to you in full detail. Okay.
So Meg,
So you're in the basement with 2 pillars, and
you could only say
You're stuck.
one.
there's a guy blocking.
He's gonna shoot you.
Here's another thing. This basement, it's not a studio. Like, this is the worst place to have a studio, but we take what we have, we make it fucking work. There are 2 giant pillars right there that hinder everything we try to do. But fucking, you know, I'm excited. I definitely want to get more guests on. We've only had 2, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been great. Dad and Miles, they're solid guests.
but yeah, I love to look forward to more of that kind of stuff.
Does Jose count as a guest? He's part of Joystick.
He's
Yeah.
part of us. I wouldn't say he's a guest.
He's like
It's
the
disrespect to call him a guest.
he's the end. He's like the end of like the thing, and its end. You know, the
No,
feature.
listen,
Like,
like I always say, Jose's part of Joystick. You know, when he comes back, he comes back. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But he's part of it, right? But at the same time, keep in mind, Jose did tell me that he would do an episode of the podcast when we change the set. So
Let's go.
how hype would it be? Brand new set, first guest,
Boom.
Barrios. Boom. That'd be pretty sick. That'd be pretty sick. Get the gang back
First
together.
guest.
Yo, can I
Alright,
share
guys,
something?
Kick one of y'all out.
Yo, we were talking about game shows, and my father showed me this game show called, it had something to do with like generation, and what the whole gimmick of the game show was that they took someone from like
The
this
older
old
generation,
person
the younger
and then this young generation, and they would ask them questions, like whoever rung the buzzer.
Mhm.
So, one of the questions was like, who says like suffer and succotash, and like chases a small yellow bird, and then this old woman clicks in and is like, sleepy, and they're like, no, and then the young person was like, you have time to answer, and he's like, I don't know, Shaggy, and I don't know, being in the middle of those generations, I was getting upset that they were getting these questions wrong. So I was
Well,
like,
it's
no,
also, you're also just like a cartoon.
No!
Joey. Like,
Yeah.
that's just something that it's obviously this
Yeah.
cartoon
it's
character.
this one.
Oh,
No,
Joey-
but there were questions like Rocky.
No,
They didn't
yeah.
know Rocky.
That show, but that show is really entertaining because that's what it's for. Basically, how that show works is they have 2 people from a family, one who's considered like an older generation, and one is considered a boomer, like,
Yeah.
and a zoomer, right? Well, rather a boomer and a zoomer.
yeah, boomer versus zoomer.
And
yeah.
they ask the older person questions that people from the young generation should know, and then they ask the young kids from the old generation.
I
So
like that.
it makes for good entertainment when they ask like a young kid like that suffer and succotash question, and then the dad or the grandpa is like,
Oh my
"You're
god.
wasting us money," and then the kid is like, "I don't know.
I'm stupid. I'm a jump shot.
I'm Stuart Griffin."
Yeah, that is a good point. Like, I feel like half of game shows exist for that reason. It's like, are you smarter than a 5th grader, right?
You
It's
also
like,
have to keep in mind, like a good part, like game shows also have to entertain people. If they don't, if people don't watch the game show, that like you're not gonna have a show. I
Yeah.
feel like the only
You gotta
one
get that
gets
ad money.
The only one that gets away with it is Jeopardy because of how tenured it is and how respected it is.
Yeah.
There's no other game show that's respected in the same vein as Jeopardy. Every other show is
Word.
just bright and colorful and fun. you know?
hey, you could win a car. You're not gonna
Yeah.
win a car on Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Second and third place don't win shit on Jeopardy. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They win. I think they win
2K1.
Yeah.
2K, 1K?
1K.
Last thing about that show, the kid that was on the show, it was like a grandma and her like grandson. He looked like he did not want to be there.
Yeah,
This
I
kid
bet.
that was just like, he looked like legit like he didn't want to be there.
In fact,
And
he-
what's funny is that they acknowledged it. The host was
Yeah.
like, "You look like you don't want to be here," and he was like,
Like a bad kid.
yeah, in fact, he
Nigga,
probably acted that way, and the director was like, "Yeah, keep
"Keep
Yeah.
that
keep acting like a
energy."
little shit."
Fucking, it's actually kind of crazy to me that Joey brought up the game show because I actually had one last question to swing it to you in terms of this retrospect. That is,
Mm.
Wait. You have to have a card for the question.
the fuck are we like a game show?
Yeah, you said.
You know what's crazy about
Go
that
write
shit?
one.
In like the first week of Joystick, when we were starting to make segments, I actually started to make cards like that were laminated in real, like you know, because I wanted to have that feel. And I'm gonna bring them. Don't worry. One day.
Well, if they're laminated, you get the little dry erase.
Yeah, exactly. That was the point. So we could keep reusing them for everything. But regardless, I do have to finish those one day. No, I was gonna ask you guys, what's your favorite segment that we've done on the Joystick Show? We've done tons.
That's really
Damn.
I mean, I love a good like fact or fake.
Factor
I
fake.
love a
Factor
good.
fake is probably.
I
out.
love.
classic.
I
That's a
love.
classic.
I don't know. I just love the like. I feel like a lot of those like kind of like pick one of like the right name of something, whether it be the sports athletes or the superheroes or anything, because it's always funny what anyone comes up with or
I
anything.
gotta
Xenon Zoob.
Yeah.
To bring you back, we cannot forget the lyrics of Lil Cabbage.
Oh, that was the
A
best.
great segment.
I keep finding more, and I'm like, I have to compile. Like, so many rappers
I
have
think
to
we
make
did two
them.
of those.
Yeah, we
actually.
did. We did. Yeah,
I think it's time for a third.
Yeah, it's hard, you know?
Man, we did Kazoo It Your Way. That was fun. We got to bring that back. I had an idea for that too. Last time we did Kazoo It Your Way, we did
Christmas songs?
It was pop rock songs like that we grew up with, like Fall Out Boy and Panic and stuff like that.
Okay.
The next one I was thinking of doing was video game songs, where you just get like the game and you can do
That's
any song
good.
you want, but you just got to get the other person to think of what the game is. I think that'd be pretty cool too.
That'd be cool.
Lots of segments I want to bring back. I don't think I'll bring this segment back, not because of like the subject nature. Anybody here knows I don't give a fuck. It's my show. I'll do whatever I want. But the porn comments segment that I did years ago, the one where two of them were YouTube comments, one was a porn comment. I think, what did I call that? I forgot what I
That's a
called it.
funny one.
But that was a good one. I really enjoyed doing that one. And we can't forget Where's That Waifu? You know, watching Dylan trying to figure out who these anime babes were. That's a great one for me.
I like how some of them weren't even babes. Like, they were just anything. So.
And a quick shout out to the worst segment we've ever had. Why are you laughing already, motherfucker? Came out last week. Shout out to Whom Is That Pokemon? Oh
Is that the
my
worst?
God.
That can't be the worst.
Yeah.
How do I put this?
Yeah, it is.
Structurally speaking, that was the worst. Entertainment value wise, top 3.
Yeah, it was really good.
Easily. This is like Jerry fucking made a Jackbox game.
Jerry made a jack.
Oh man, yeah. I don't think there's any that jump to mind. I mean, State Your Case is a good one. We just never brought it back for anything. I used to do my movie prop ones. The superhero one is great, obviously. What was the?
Does the trivia tournament count?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's like a grandpa segment, you know. It's
Yeah.
like a bigger one. But how we have talked that the next time we bring the trivia tournament back, I think it will be its own video.
Standalone.
I
Yeah.
like the buzzers.
The buzzers, the programmable buzzers that are
Yeah.
supposed to be used for children with disabilities, but we use them as trivia show buzzers.
I like those.
And we record ourselves going on them.
yeah, making noises.
Yeah, exactly. Those are great. Totally not for dogs to tell people when they're hungry or anything like that.
Want, die.
And yeah, man. I think it's time to swing it into our other constant of this show. The jam, the yam, the bam, the slam of the week. Make it a good one, boys. It's the 3-year anniversary.
It is.
Damn, now I want to rethink of the one I might have to put. Shit.
Also, real quick, it's not gonna be a jam of the week or any other songs rather, but I just wanted to throw a shout out that we went to an Gucci concert this week. That was pretty hype. I kind of want to talk about that on the next episode. But also, I listened to their other album, USA, in full.
Mhm.
That album's a bam. I
Really?
did not fucking...
USA is good.
It's a very good album.
USA is really
I
good.
did not remember it being that good. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and pick mine. Real quick, I just want to give a shout out. I've been listening to some Brazilian samba lately.
Yeah.
So shout outs to Jorge Ben-Hur with Oba La Vemela, which has been kind of jamming lately. But it's not the jam of the week. The jam of the week is a song that, if you can believe it or not, Dylan, is one of my favorite songs of all time and has never been a jam of the week. And it's technically because I found this song by you years ago.
Okay.
But for whatever reason this week, I've been jamming to it.
Okay.
So because I finally want to make it a jam of the week, and I finally can, jam of the week is going to Rave on You by Against All Logic,
It's a good one.
which is my favorite song of all time. So
Rave on You is a really good song.
I just thought it funny that it's legit my favorite song of all time, and it was never a jam of the week.
Yeah,
So
okay.
had to make.
I think I'm gonna go in the same direction if you don't mind me stealing your swag.
I
a
do.
little
You
bit.
can't now.
Okay, I won't jack your swag. But I believe I haven't chosen this as a Yam of the Week yet. But it is what I consider a song that revitalized, like, basically as a child, I hated hip hop. But Rainbow in the Dark by Das Racist brought me back. It's probably one of maybe the few, maybe I might know a Childish Gambino song word for word, but I think that song is the only rap song that I could rap word for word, potentially. But yeah, amazing song, very funny, and they did a song together this year, I know, Heems and
Fire.
Cool AD, so
stay tuned next week when Dylan raps the entirety of that song on the Joystick Show.
I'm at the White Castle.
Yo, my song is gonna go to a band called Black Braid. It's called Autumnal Hearts Ablaze, and I like it. It's pretty.
Nice.
Fire.
My song comes from the concert that we went to, right? Because one of the guys in it, his name is Elucid, and he's part of a rap duo named Arm & Hammer.
Yes, I know Arm &
And they
Hammer.
had a-
Spelling.
By the way, do you guys know that it's not the like the product Arm & Hammer?
guy.
It's the
Yeah.
guy, yeah, okay. A lot of people mix that up. They think it's
So they have an album that's produced by The Alchemist.
yeah.
And on that album, there's a song called Falling Out the Sky featuring Earl Sweatshirt. It's pretty good production on that song.
Wow.
Lucid killed that set. That was
That's a
fire.
good one.
Yeah.
Homie had the two
Jealous.
microphones set up. One was regular, one was reverberated.
Oh,
He'd
yeah.
be rapping, and then he'd be like, "That's my motherfucking night." He'd do the pass like that. It was
Oh, that's
great.
amazing.
It's fantastic.
Jelly.
Well, here we are. Before we wrap this up, do any of you guys have anything to say about our 3-year closing? Anything you want to share? This is the time for it.
It's been
I have
fun
a
3 years.
speech.
Bro, fun 3 years. We all looking different, getting older, having fun.
Don't make it sad now. no one
Joey's
said anything.
like, one day we get closer to the.
No one said we're
effervescence
getting
of death.
old.
We inch closer to the void.
Yeah.
I don't know. I watched Oppenheimer, so it's.
And Barbie.
Hey, we're in America. We're good.
Oh, okay.
We're America.
Do you
We're,
have anything to say? I mean, you've been here the longest with me.
I'm good at talking now.
I
know
can tell, I can tell.
That's weird to say, but like as someone who's like my entire life I was like not good at like social situations. I would just be in a social situation talking with someone I've never talked with before. They'll be like they'll even say like, "Oh, that was a really good conversation," and I'm like,
I kind of recall like not talkative Dylan. You'd just be like, "Hey."
No, yeah. This
yeah, I mean, when I first started coming to Bobby's, I would do the Irish exit, which is where you just leave.
Yeah, my mom talked about it all the
yeah,
time.
I know. And I apologized
Just
to your
left.
mom one day. I
My
was like,
mom in specific she always tells me, she's like, Dylan has come so far. He used to just leave without saying anything.
Yeah.
And now he's the first
one
one
time
to
I
come give me a
apologized. I
hug.
was like, "I'm so sorry." She's like, "We know you were okay."
Nah, yeah, I feel like the show made me a little funnier. I was telling Jerry the other day, I was like, I don't know what happened, but Jerry turned into a fucking comedian all of a sudden. Like everything this guy says
Jerry's
makes me
funny,
die
man.
laughing. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. Before we finish this off, go ahead and make sure to like this episode of the Joystick Show. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe to Team Joystick because we got tons more stuff to show you. Not only does this mark 3 years of the Joystick Show, in about like 6-7 months, it's gonna mark 10 years of Joystick, and I already have tons of ideas for stuff that I want to do. And honestly, I've just been saving in the back burner because I want to leave it for that momentous occasion. But even before that, there's tons of stuff that I want to get started on right after my little Florida vacation.
Hey.
Regardless, I just want to say how thankful I am to be in this situation, to be able to put on this show for y'all. I just want to let you know that I'm super ecstatic to get working on the next 1,000 hours of this show. And as long as we're healthy, as long as we're here, and as long as Dylan and I can get together, you'll have somebody to hang out with every Wednesday. And we'll be here to chill with you, spit your ears with some verbal garbage, some nonsense that we love to spew. And you might even learn something here and there, you know? Like Dylan said earlier, we're kind of weaky nerds, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, we love y'all. Be nice to each other. Find a reason to laugh. Thanks for watching, homies.
Penis.
You fucking killed it, dog.